Zanka no Tachi North. Yeah. What's up, everybody? Showing up the King here, and I'm here to bring you an action-packed Bleach chapter. Again, like I said, Kubo is the man. I gotta say it. For me personally, Bleach has been a fantastic manga for me for some time now, and it's just been getting better and better and better. It's completely made me forget about the Fullbringer arc and just everything else. Bleach is, for me right now, the premier manga storyline going on right now. But you guys already know that. Let's just jump into this review. Alright, so the battle between Jubak and Captain Yamamoto is still going. We find out a little bit more about Zanka no Tachi. East was it? No, we already saw East. No, we already saw South. So South is him raising the dead. So not only, so essentially we say that anything that he has burned to ashes with his sword, or anyone he's killed, will come back to life as his own subordinate and will fight for him as his limbs, as Yamamoto would put it. Not only that, because again, it looks like it was just skin and bones that were fighting, but it looks like they were also able to give flesh, or they can appear to that person to be their own subordinates. Because what happens is Jubak starts to see his own former comrades that Yamamoto had killed that are now attacking him, which is probably driving him crazy. And again, keep in mind, people, this chapter felt short, but there was a lot of shit revealed here, people. A lot of shit. So again, let me not get all sidetracked. Let's just go through the chapter, and then I'll start analyzing it. Well, I'll tell you my thoughts. So Jubak is now fighting his own subordinates, and it looks like Yamamoto has decided to stop with his offensive attacks and is literally walking away from the battle, and is telling Jubak that if he wants to finish him off, deal with his subordinates first and then come for him. So I guess that angers Jubak, and he's like, do you think these guys can stop me? And he breaks through all their defenses, and then he blindly charges at Yamamoto. And again, this is what I think was actually planned from the beginning. I think Yamamoto wanted to throw Jubak off of his game, and Yamamoto activates his last of his directional Bankai abilities, which was Zanka no Tachi North, literally translated to slicing the heavens or something to that effect. And he literally just turns around, slices Jubak. It looks like he's like literally. It looks like he sliced the air. It looks like he just literally sliced the sky with his Zanpakuto, and literally cut off Jubak's arm, his entire midsection, and looks like he's dead. It looks like this dude is Dunsky. But what we were talking about last week, people, we were saying to ourselves, there's no way Yamamoto is gonna beat Jubak if Jubak was the main villain of the arc, and we have been revealed that he is not. Again, let's analyze that a little bit more. As Jubak falls and dies, and he's talking still, he simply says, "I'm sorry I could not carry out your will, Jubak." So it looks like this Jubak that died was not the real Jubak. So again, it makes sense, because again, there was a lot of people out there that were very, very angry, because they felt like everyone knew that, number one, why is Yamamoto fighting the last boss so early? Well, this is why, because he's not the real boss. It makes perfect sense. And they were also saying there's no way that, Captain Yamamoto will release his Bankai just to be defeated. Because again, we all know that Ichigo has to be the one that beats the main protagonist. He has to be the one that beats the main villain. So that is still left intact. And it also means another thing, that Kenpachi was beaten by somebody who wasn't even the real Jubak. So bites to that too. But there are some good things that also happen from this chapter. Namely, number one, we find out from Yamamoto himself the reason. Again, this is more simplistic than I thought. I thought there was going to be some more plot devices behind this, but I guess I was wrong. Apparently, the reason that they were not able to steal Ichigo's Bankai is because Ichigo doesn't know the full potential of his new Bankai yet. And it also confirms to me something that I guess was kind of already semi-confirmed. It does look like Ichigo lost his hollow powers. So he will not be able to pull on his mask anymore. I think once his hollow merged with Zangetsu back in the last arc with Aizen, I think that pretty much got rid of his hollow powers altogether. So when he lost all his power, he lost all of his power. So now it looks like Ichigo is working with a brand new Bankai, and the full power of that Bankai has not been realized yet. So therefore, it can't be taken if the person using it doesn't know its full potential. And I guess even with Yamamoto, none of them knew the full power of his Zanko no Tachi. So they were unable to steal it, which kind of makes sense, but it also just means that these guys were planning this from the start, which means that also the two captains, which I can't remember their names, but they both had double swords. Does that mean that their Bankais can't be stolen? Because again, we don't know for sure. We've never even seen their Bankais. So again, like I said, how do we know for sure that their Bankais can also not be stolen? Since now we know the rule, or the perceived rule, as to what's required in order to steal another person's Bankai. It'll be interesting to see how that all works out. But overall, like I said, this chapter was phenomenal. We got a lot of information that came out. And I'm sorry. Also, it looks like after Yamamoto sliced through Yubak, he ended his Bankai immediately, and because you can tell his body was drenched in sweat. So it looks like that Bankai he used did take a lot out of him. So I'm hoping that his Yubak subordinate doesn't then try to come in and try to kill Yamamoto. I'm pretty sure there'll be some sort of intervention, or we'll find out the revelation of the real Yubak. It'll be a very interesting thing to see. But again, like I said, to me, this chapter was a very solid chapter. It gave us a lot more questions, but it also gave us a lot of answers as well. Just as far as finding out why can't Bankais be stolen, and as far as just learning about Yamamoto and why was he able to defeat Yubak, because he's not the real Yubak. So again, like I said, who do you guys think the new Yubak is? Did Captain Yamamoto's Bankai deliver? Definitely thumbs up for that. Subscribe to the videos. Like I said, definitely check out my Naruto chapter from this week as well. This is Showing Up the King, the one and only. Have a fantastic day.